All right, we've done 3 so far, right? And now 2 more episodes.
And I think we didn't do it because I think it was you were not feeling well. Calvin wasn't here.
I got sick
and I'm like,
Tuesday
I
night.
am not watching this by myself.
Hey guys, it's me, the Lord of the Rings guy. That's funny.
I am the last person people want to watch.
No, they want to see. Hey guys, crew of Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Aaron.
And we're back finally with the Rings of Power. We're sorry that we missed last week. I got really sick. Calvin had a death in the family and had to go out of state. And Aaron was not confident with his Tolkien abilities. Aaron,
I don't know this. I don't know this stuff.
You're getting better.
I know what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other stuff is.
Do you kind of think that you have like Calvin the Super Smash Brothers syndrome, where like I think that you know this stuff more than the average person, but you're behind Calvin and I in terms of like our fandom and love for it.
Like I'm not like a fan.
Yeah.
I just I've watched it and I'm familiar with it, but
sure.
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
He doesn't. But you do get enjoyment into joining Calvin and I's inside jokes because now you understand them more.
Yeah.
And you're starting to make them too, which is always fun to me when people like through osmosis get like. It's like gravity. Like my gravity of my fandom has grabbed you, and now you have to orbit.
It's like it's like when Calvin makes those references, but he only knows those because of the references we make.
Exactly. That's fun. So maybe there'll be some references from the last 2 episodes because we missed last week. There's an episode this week. So not only is this video that you're watching right now is it out, but you're gonna have another video out later for the other episode. So subscribe for that.
Yes.
Aaron, for us last time. In the premiere of Rings of Power, but it was 3 episodes. What happened?
There's a lot of stuff that's happening.
Yeah,
There's stupid rings being made because the Caliban board just is like, you know what? Yeah, you're a good-looking dude who I'm just going to listen to and make rings even though I was told to not talk to you at all. And he didn't listen at all. And he's like, oh, poor guy, come on in. And now you become, what was the name? Anatar. Yeah. Now you're Anatar, the Lord of Gifts. Oh, that sounds fun. I love gifts.
I love this. This is crazy that you're talking about these things. Thank you, Rings of Power.
we did get like a cool in the very, very beginning, like the death of Sauron.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, right? He was Sauron there, right?
Pretty much.
And then he just gets stabbed and he's like sludge and eating flesh.
And it's, I suppose
whatever that is.
I suppose if you think about it, it's not the first time we've seen a Maiar do this, technically, in the movies at least, which is after this. But Gandalf dies from the Balrog and then he's brought back, to finish his mission.
Didn't he I don't know where he landed. Did he land in water? Or did he land in rock? He fell.
He fought his opponent from the lowest cavern to the highest peak, and then he smote his ruin upon the mountainside. So he died at the top of a mountain.
Wait, that was the butterfly, right?
That was a moth. That was during Isengard.
Okay.
When Saruman had him on top of Orthanc, the black spike.
Like he was just stuck up there.
Yes, which held a palantir, which is a lost
seeing.
So
did he eat flesh and stuff to become like Gandalf the White?
Probably.
Is that more eagles?
Probably.
But he ate eagles and good, strong, powerful things.
Only baby eagles. Because he just wasn't strong enough to take down a fully grown eagle, but that old man could pounce on a baby eagle like that, baby! Get some power back. Pretty sure that's what happened.
Okay,
You gotta watch the extended edition.
I don't know, so I'm gonna have to believe you that's what happened.
No, so. God returned him. Sauron had to crawl back on his own.
Yeah, right.
All right, so yes, you were right about all of those things. We also have what's the dude's name? Pharazôn. Yes, Pharazôn has taken the Eagle King power.
Oh,
remember the Eagle King?
Over at the People Island.
Over at the People Island.
Yeah.
Which is, yes, in the middle of the sea.
There's also Arondir, who's really cool, and we met some people over there, one of which is maybe a traitor spy lady or something.
Oh, yeah.
Estrid or something.
I think so.
I think is her name.
We had a poll about that.
I think we did have a poll about that.
Okay. So the poll was, is Estrid secretly a spy? We had 30% of people say that she's spying for Adar, and then 70% says she was branded against her will.
Branded against her will. I think most of them are branded against her will, right?
No. In Baldur's Gate 3, I wanted to be branded by the Absolute in the Goblins camp so that I could get special powers with equipment buffs.
What? You got branded? No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these people with the orcs and the slavery and the digging our mines.
Sure. Maybe like there's like a roll of dumpers and be like, yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I mean, there was the one guy, but it always feels like it's death.
Yeah, death.
Or loyalty.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I guess I better be loyal because I don't want to die.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel like you're given a choice. It's against your will.
Sure.
But it's an illusion of choice. Or you can die. Unless you can turn into a flesh-eating monster.
But you can be forced to do things that are so horrible you will receive judgment for doing them, regardless if it was against your will.
What?
Yep. Sucks. That's called human history. Let's see. Some of the stuff that we have here is...
Trees! The bridge is out. Axe a bridge. Someone axe
That is not... Man, the brave people that made that bridge.
Yeah.
In the first place.
How'd they break it?
You know?
No earthly force could do this.
Yeah.
This is the work of Sauron.
Kemnir, what other paths might we take?
He just, blew it? Blew it up. Blew it up.
Due north, adding 2 weeks to our journey.
2 weeks?
We go south, through the hills of Turin Gortad, which will get us to Eregion much farther.
The ring's responding.
What? What was that?
Oh no, did they get blown up into the cactus hills?
They were blown into goats.
No, that's them. That'd be terrible.
Can you imagine just like, I'm a goat now?
Yeah, you ever get hit so hard by a tornado you turn into a goat? Nori.
Nori?
No, Nori. Poppy,
Okay.
what have I done? This area is a lot more green, I feel like, than the other deserty area they were in. They're like just not wild goats, huh? What?
Pardon me, I did.
How have you not noticed this person?
See, you found the goat.
That's a kind face.
What?
Hey, dog, merry dog, ring a dong, terror. Sound flies in the grass, around the world.
There are some stars above your hill.
Stars above most hills.
Don't my friends and I look into these?
Break up a piece and make your staff. Make your stick. Sturdy branch. Oh no, it's a living tree. Wait, it's gonna eat him? What's happening?
Oh, dude, that looks so scary.
There's like a Venus flytrap?
Yeah.
Well, this must be how it survives the desert. No, his map.
Never mind, where is he? Where are we?
Lost in the desert. Find the goat dude.
It's not the place that I want to be stranded at.
Oh no, duck! Oh gosh!
Did you do that?
Oh, you're making so much dust. Do some hobbit hiding.
I think.
That's what they do. They
I
just
think
roll
we
away.
lost them.
Use and receive.
Where'd you
It's
not
like that.
come from?
Who the heck is this guy? Sweet, man.
Right?
This is like
Regional variance.
Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru's mixed with Ewoks.
A little bit, yeah.
Regional variants, yeah.
What a set. This is all one shot.
Yeah,
This is some cool world building.
yeah. Look at that lettuce.
Yeah, they have like stone gardens. That's so interesting.
And like that lettuce is like normal size, but because they're hobbits, it looks so big, right?
Harfoots living in holes.
Ridiculous.
Right?
It doesn't seem natural.
That's because we're not Harfoots. We're Stoors.
Stoors.
Let the Harfoots be your sole concern. I will see to the Eastar myself.
He calls him the Eastar. Does that imply that he is not, in fact, an Eastar?
Drink water.
Go to sleep.
That was really cool. He just kind of pulled him out of there.
Yeah.
It looked like he did.
I think he's like a big bull, you know?
Yeah.
Been a while since I've been called much of anything, but back in the Withy window, folk used to call me Bombadil.
I've heard the name Bombadil.
Tom Bombadil.
I have heard the name from you guys before.
Yeah.
Tom Bombadil.
He appears in Fellowship of the Ring in the book, but he's cut out of the movie.
Oh. I haven't read the book.
Goldberry!
What the heck?
Is somebody out there with you? I thought I heard a woman singing.
Woman? What woman?
Is no one else here with you?
You're here? That is, I think you are you?
Huh. What? But you said Goldberry. Little goat. Whoa. That's neat.
But you were young. And I am old. Eldest. That's what I am. Mark my words, friend. Tom was there before the river and the trees. Tom remembers the first raindrop and the first acorn. He knew the dark under the stars when it was fearless. His own place used to be green. Now, it's all sand.
Ooh.
I was never meant to find a staff under these stars. I was meant to find you, wasn't I?
We're not alone.
This is a hell of a thing for me. I'm sorry.
Who are they?
I'm sorry Calvin's not here.
I know, right?
Is it my task to stop the fire? Is it my task to face Sauron?
Your task is to face them both.
Fear not. Dead men are no threat.
Keep moving.
No, that's where the creepy hand came from. What are you?
It could be a kitty cat.
We must go from this place.
Oh! What is that?
Drive on!
Cinema.
Let go!
That's one of our swordsmen. I'm glad we brought a spare. Barrow Downs. Oh my god,
Prepare
man.
yourselves.
Hey.
Look at him. This is so cool. This is totally a D&D encounter.
Barrow Wights.
Dagrano!
Can you kill that which is already dead? Exactly what I was worried about. Maybe we should run.
Oh, that looks good. Their movement's great.
Hold fast! Come with me. Where are you going? Help me open it. What? Not in!
We're going in? There's the hand. At least it buys you time when you attack them, you know?
Yeah, right?
According to law, only the blades with which they were buried will return such creatures to rest.
Oh.
Someone awakening evil
across all Middle-earth.
Oh, Theo's still missing?
Yeah.
I didn't think we were gonna come back to this episode.
Me either. I thought we were gonna stay mainly with
elves and
the wizards.
Yeah. Are they dead?
It's a great sound to take out your arrow.
Trees probably don't care about arrows, right? I mean, it's not as bad as like an axe.
They don't like axes as much, but I don't know. That's a hand. Well, that's for the carrion.
You say you spent time among the wild men, Estrid. How much?
I wasn't exactly among them. I was hiding.
I ask because I noticed a wound on your neck. Looks to be recent.
No, that was my fault. I fell asleep by the fire. I should have put it out, but then I was cold. It was foolish of me.
We all do foolish things sometimes.
Feeling your hair didn't catch on fire.
Especially in moments of hopelessness.
Damn! You see that kick come up? He was ready, man. He's like, if she throws at me, I'm gonna kick it.
We would have caught her at the gate had she not come in with you.
She's a wild man.
She's one of them. And she's going to lead us to all the others.
I let you clean spots off my face.
I was waiting for her to be like, no, but she didn't argue any of it.
What do you do when an elf kicks your sneak attack away?
Bam! That's great. I love that.
It's so good.
Aya, come quickly. Theo was not taken by men.
Trees. Trees! I want to talk.
Is there like a cherry blossom ent or something?
I want to know. It's probably not Treebeard, but I want to hear one talk. So it could be Treebeard, right? They live a long, long time.
No one could escape in this. Come on, unlock me.
Oh, he's dead.
It's all right.
Jeez.
That seems quicksand like.
He keeps doing it.
You see that he doesn't sink. That's so cool.
I was thinking that he just wasn't in it yet, but yeah, he stood on the snow, right?
Yeah.
Shoot!
Oh
shoot!
God.
He's gonna die.
Oh my God! It sucked him. It sucked them both. They're sucked. Get out of there, lady! You get sucked too.
She's not sinking.
That's a shock.
How do you get out of that?
What do? You just leave?
Well, yeah, I guess.
I'm not going to that. I'm just leaving.
Now the answer is, which way do you go? Are you with wild men or are you not?
Kick it! Kick yourself out! Oh.
She's trying to help him.
Oh. Oh my God. Terrifying. The suction. Oh!
Holy cow!
It's a big worm drake thing!
It wasn't just quicksand.
Ew!
Yeah! Tommy Lee Jones!
Ah! Oh my God!
That's how
what a sequence!
That's what I would want to do.
Nameless things in the deep places of this world.
I didn't think it was gonna be some worm thing in there.
We shall call supper.
God, he's so cool.
Alright. Big swamp.
I loved that scene. I love the detail of him being on top of the quicksand, helping him.
My father foresaw that one day Celebrimbor's life would be in my hands. I will choose the path I must to give me the best hope of protecting it.
Protecting that which is most fragile is a task entrusted to all elves. And one that is not yet complete. And I promise you there will be more painful sacrifices.
Oh, jeez. Spoilers!
Promise me, Eldest.
Yep.
Could have ran. Could have left him. She's no spy, Eric. I told you.
You don't know. She could be trying to gain our trust, Aaron.
No. Isildur, you see. Forgiveness doesn't come to folk like me.
I won't let them cast you out. Put down the sword.
Oh. The blossoms. You see him?
Yes.
Estrid, drop the sword!
They don't like slashing things. Oh my god!
Oh, jeez.
They do like elves.
Thou ever touched axe-towarded life?
Is that a female voice, Aaron?
Mm-hmm. It was. Oh, trees everywhere.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's
Oh,
like,
dude, I love this.
There was an army of them, maiming and murdering as they marched.
We saw what they did.
Cutting down the trees.
Forgiveness takes an age.
Aww.
Rain, washing clear the long memory of soil. New bark, covering old scars.
She's so big, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We know peace.
Estrid. It's me.
Oh, what happened?
It's like someone threw a tree at me.
Estrid! Estrid!
Hagen!
Oh, hey.
Turn her away.
I never trusted her. Oh, they're holding hands as they walk away, Aaron.
The orcs came through and destroyed all this.
Yeah, we're seeing their path.
What's the path between? I assume
they're heading towards Celebrimbor, it looks like.
Are these the drums? Oh, is that where they're marching towards? Is Celebrimbor?
They're going towards the city.
No, the troll.
Yeah.
There's only one? Does he have more?
There's that one that they named last episode, right?
Damrod.
Yeah.
Word of this must reach the High King before our host sails for Mordor.
Damn. Oh! Damn. Is this just an accident he got shot?
Damn. Ow, flesh.
That's scary.
They look great. The ring doing something? Did it heal? Whoa.
Holy crap.
Take it, Eldest.
Wish to talk. Parlay. Oh. Whoa!
Dude, she just used dip. Onto the horse.
Sweet. I love when elves fight.
Jeez.
What weapon is that?
It's a chain flail. Oh, she threw it up in the air. She threw it. It's gonna explode.
Oh man, that one orc got real caught.
Good.
Oh, that was a big chain. Is that a?
That's a big boy, I think. Oh, Adar.
He just put that fire out of his hand. They need to talk. Maybe they can work together and they can stop the dude.
Ah! I'm so happy we skipped last week and we get to watch another one immediately.
Yay!
Okay, so we're gonna do a small discussion for this episode. Then we'll be jumping into the next episode where we do a discussion poll.
Kind of like last week.
Yes.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely.
We missed last week.
Yes. So, Aaron, we had a lot this episode.
Through the trees were there.
The Ents and an Ent wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had blossoms and stuff.
I want to say they look so much bigger than the Ents we saw in the Peter Jackson trilogy. But maybe that's just because... I mean, no, they did, because the Hobbits didn't... Like, they look bigger than like when the Hobbits stood next to them.
Really?
You know, and these are men. At least to me, they did. I might just be wrong about the actual scale and stuff of that, but they just seemed a lot bigger to me. But I liked it. They really felt... you know, the tree... or the Ent designs in the you know, the trilogy... Like, sometimes I have a hard time looking at them like, what would they just look like as trees if they're trying to act like they're not, you know? These ones, I feel like, pulled it off a lot more.
Sure. It's got to be tricky to be like, okay, let me make a tree.
Yeah.
And now turn it into a living thing.
Yeah.
Right?
And I love that the original trilogy had, like, they had, like, 20 designs. And every Ent was a different type of tree. This one is ash. This one is, you know, maple. This one's a weeping willow.
And this one, when they were like standing there talking to Arendir, it looked like they were rooted and their bases were there, and then it looked like they had more of a people-y shape, I guess.
It seemed like it, yeah.
I don't know how to describe it otherwise.
It was like they twisted into that shape from a different silhouette in a way.
The guy tree was like laying on the ground.
Yeah, he was.
And it was like almost like it was there, and then stood up, and it just looked different, but he still had his face and stuff, which was, it was cool.
This episode felt like the episode of like, you know all the sweet shit that we cut out of Fellowship of the Ring? We're going to put it in this.
Oh, yeah?
Because we had Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
Which, if your answer is...
I've been looking forward to that.
What's your question about him? What's your number one question?
I don't know. I don't...
Exactly. That's who Tom Bombadil is. I don't know. But, like, he's saying, like, exact lines from Fellowship of the Ring.
Is
like,
he an Istar? Or is that what they called? Istar?
Istar is the Order of Wizards.
Like, he's talking about being so old and stuff, but, like, I don't know. Like, you said about, like, Balrogs and Gandalf are, like, kind of the same thing. And I'm like, is he, like, one of them? Or a different them? Or a... I don't know what he is.
I don't know. The answer is I don't know. I like that I don't know. This is kind of like the Yoda questions. Like, what's Yoda's species? It's like, I don't know. I mean, the theories for Tom go anywhere from, like, yes, an uber powerful human sorcerer to literally God. Or this world's Jesus.
Okay.
Which is kind of interesting that they had the lamb imagery in here.
I like Small Haggard.
Yes, like Small Haggard.
Like, when he turned around, my first thought was Haggard because of the beard, I guess, and stuff.
No, I get you.
But you said he was quoting Fellowship?
Yeah, I mean... It's interesting because we have a couple different circles in here, because Two Towers has a scene where Merry and Pippin are drinking this water and it's making them slightly taller, you know?
Okay.
And then the trees behind them, like, grab them and they start getting sucked into the trees. And then Treebeard comes out and he's, oh, away with you. Don't be doing that, you know. Go back to sleep, old man. Which is a direct line that Tom Bombadil says in Fellowship of the Ring about Old Man Willow, which are just angry trees. You know, Fellowship of the Ring.
Here we had Old Man Ironwood.
This is Old Man Ironwood, so it's a different. Like they're kind of borrowing things, but I think it's funny that Fellowship of the Ring gets that stuff taken out. Two Towers and some other stuff, they kind of rib at it, being like, hey, here's a line that we're from Tom Bombadil that we're giving to another character, or here's a line that we're giving to Treebeard, or whatever. And now we're like referencing those again, but actually being able to experience those characters, which I think is interesting.
Now, was Bombadil in the book with, like, the Shire, or was he elsewhere?
Yeah. He's between the Shire and Bree, which is, like, the first human city they come to.
Yeah, where they meet Aragorn.
Yeah.
Aragorn?
Yeah, Aragorn. Or, as they know him then, Strider. And in the first version of Lord of the Rings, his name was Stomper, and he was a hobbit with wooden shoes.
They call me Stomper.
I'm always stomping.
Always
it was something like that.
stomping.
Trotter, maybe it was something like that.
Trotter.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it's just cool to see, what is effectively Old Man Willow. It's cool to see Ent Wives. It's cool to see Tom Bombadil with the mention of someone named Goldberry. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's just an Easter egg or something.
But did they say Goldberry, or was it a like subtitle-y thing? You know what I mean?
I believe it was a subtitle-y thing, but I think at one point Goldberry was said, but I might be wrong. But
that's one of those things where I'm like, there was a woman's voice.
Sure.
He's right. What's Tom talking about? Is he messing with him?
Yeah, Tom doesn't really mess with you. He just doesn't understand you don't understand.
I guess. Well, he's like, you're here with me.
Yeah.
Are you? And I was like, wait, shouldn't he know? He's looking at him, but I don't know.
He's the character, and it's interesting to have what I think is Gandalf like being set up by Tom, or Tom being, at least in this version of the story, maybe like something that Istar come to start their journey.
Yeah, because the Dark Wizard came here too.
They said the Dark Wizard, and they said that he confirms that he's an Istar then, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Which could be, Saruman? Is that the right one? I guess there's other ones too.
In the books, we know of 5, and I mean, I would probably say that there are only 5, but there's no reason that an extra story like this.
It's just the ones you know of and stuff. There is sometimes whenever like certain angles, like I do kind of see like a Christopher Lee-ish look to him, which I don't know if that's what they're going for.
For me, it's the salt and pepper in his beard,
like the way like the white comes down, but it's not all white. It's just some of it's coming down this way and stuff.
But I'm going to say no. Like Saruman is a good and
he's originally good, right?
Yes, he's the greatest of the wizards. Like he is on the side of good, and if you think that's not the case, like you're obviously wrong.
Sure.
It's a betrayal what Saruman does in Fellowship of the Ring. So he can't have like, hey, remember that phase I had when I was a dark wizard? You know,
right.
Like I was in my emo phase or something. He didn't do that.
As much
at least I don't think so. But you do have the opportunity if you want. Like I don't think it says Radagast, and then there are 2 blue wizards that we've never actually seen or heard from.
Wasn't Radagast from The Great Mouse Detective?
I believe so.
Maybe it was Radigan.
Maybe.
Might have been Radigan.
Yeah. But Radagast the Brown. He appears in
He's in the desert. His house is brown.
Speaking of the desert, we got some desert hobbits.
The Stoors.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was interesting. Like they have their own little like prophecy type of thing where it's like long ago this Hobbit guy left to go find the Great Promised Land, and then they would send someone back.
Sure.
And there's a descendancy that they have from the original to the leader they have now, and I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool because like I just know of hobbits is they have a Shire.
Yeah.
Here it's like there were desert hobbits.
Yeah.
And then these ones got sent out, and it's been so long that I don't even know if the leader remembers this story or not, and they're just we just wandered. That's what we do. We just go from place to place till we find food, and then we move to a new place to place.
Now, do you think that implies that they originally came from that place, and that's why they know about it, or is it a prophecy that was told to them, and they're looking for that?
No, it felt like what'd they say? It felt like he had like a vision of it. Like he thought it existed, not that he had come from there or anything. And then they just sent him and a group out to go look for it.
Yeah.
So,
and then it looks like they're trying to track the stars. The walking song is all in service of trying to find what is effectively like the land of Canaan for hobbits, I suppose, right? The prophesied promised land, which is the Shire, which is a land of rolling hills where hobbits can live in holes in the ground.
You can dig a hole and live in it within a month.
Yeah. And I loved how...
As opposed to this desert world where it's like rocky, right? So
it's
like it's got to be hard to build their holes.
And then you have the Harfoots who just wander and carry everything with them. And
and they have no
hide.
home.
Yeah, they don't have any permanent home. It's just ironic to think that Professor Tolkien famously sat down one day and the first thing he wrote was a long time ago and or whatever, there was a hobbit, and in I think it was in the hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. I think it's the first sentence or something like that. So the hobbits were conceived as living in holes. So it's just funny that we have the Harfoots and the Stoors that don't do that, and we have a goal to get to.
Well, the Stoors do, right? That was one of the things the Harfoot came in, they have holes?
I suppose, you're calling it holes in the ground, but I suppose in my head, I always just thought hobbits were just always in the Shire, and they always lived that way, you know. And then these ones like, okay, we're gonna be telling a story that's different and previous, but it seems like we're actually gonna be bridging that gap, like to finding the Shire. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There.
Which I like because like that place has water, better soil, like it digs easier. You're not in this
cold water,
either sand that you can't make a hole in, right? Because sand's just gonna collapse, or rock, which is really hard to dig in through. Yeah. So like they're like this sounds much better if we find this special land.
Yeah, they like peace and quiet and good tilled earth. And food.
Eventually.
Yep.
I mean maybe now, I don't know.
Okay, and then even the Barrow Downs, which are these like ancient burial, kings of men. They're the ghosts of men pretty much.
Yeah.
But they also are from Fellowship of the Ring, where the hobbits are taken by the Barrow Downs and Tom Bombadil comes in and saves them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we're taking that thread and moving it over this way,
Do you think those are the same things? Because like this one they called Barrow Wights. I don't know if a down and a white.
The Barrow Down is the place. The Barrow Wight are the things.
Okay. Yeah. I see.
Yeah. But they're around the same time that they had the Old Man Willow stuff and Tom Bombadil. Like, there's a huge section of Fellowship of the Ring, especially in the beginning, that's just completely cut because. 40 years pass before they even leave the Shire, like a lot of stuff happens in there.
Gotcha.
And we gotta get going in the movie, So it's cool that so many of that extra material is kind of like finding its puzzle pieces over here. So we can have Tom Bombadil and the Barrow Wights show up at the same time, which they do in the book, but they're happening in separate corners of the earth.
Gotcha.
With
okay.
different characters.
So they're probably, as opposed to I don't know if we talked about this last season, but Rings of Power, it might be trying to connect more to the movie aspect of things versus like when you look at The Shining and Dr. Sleep, The Shining covers the book that Stephen King wrote, but it's a little different in some of the things it does.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Sleep kind of, from what I understand, connects more to the book version of The Shining and Dr. Sleep than it does to the movie version of it. So I didn't know if this is there's all this other lore that's in here, so we're going to make this to connect to the books, or we're going to make this to connect to the movies that people
love. I think that it's more likely these are meant to connect to the movies. I mean, a more general audience.
I guess just do their own thing entirely, too.
I mean, they can, and that certainly is still open to them if they wanted to, but...
Because, what if Rings of Power just kept going? And then you just go into the Lord of the Rings storyline,
Yeah, but considering, they're actually not allowed to adapt, the Silvermillion, at all. They only have the rights to certain stories as they connect to the Lord of the Rings, the story, so they can't do everything they would want to do to tell the story, quote-unquote, proper. But the stuff that they're trying to fill in, I think, is more geared towards an audience that can reference things from the movies, not necessarily from the books. But that doesn't mean that we're leaving anybody out, because if you do know it, you can enjoy Tom a little bit more, or you can enjoy the Ent Life. That they don't point out and be like, hey, everybody, this is what Treebeard was talking about, and it's gone, it's sad. No. Show the connection between those two trees as they walk away holding hands. That makes it sad.
Oh, look at that.
When Treebeard is what happened? It's we lost them. It's oh, they died? No, we lost them, and we can't find them.
It's gotta be weird, every tree is not a living tree. No. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you just walk around the woods and hello, and you're just trying to find them.
Though, the Ents can literally wake trees up. Every tree has the ability to be woken up, to be more sentient.
So that's why they're kind of more mad about this, and we tended this and grew these little saplings.
If you remember in Two Towers, the Ents in the extended edition, Merry and Pippin, hey, what's going on with those trees over there? And they look over and oh, those trees have business with the orcs. My business is with Isengard. So the Ents go over here and start fucking up Saruman's place, and then trees just start marching, and they come up behind the orcs as they're running from Helm's Deep, and then they just slaughter them all. They run into the forest, and you see this forest is shaking.
I think I remember that, right? Okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
that was just trees.
That's just trees.
Not Ents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ents are the shepherds of the forest. Trees move; they just move really slow. But sometimes they get pissed off and they'll go faster.
Gotcha.
But over the
that thing of wait, was there a forest here before?
Yeah. But they're talking here how they've tended the forest since before the mountains split the forest. So those forests have been slowly moving like glaciers, over the place. And the Ents kind of wake them up and move them in the optimal spots.
Guys, come on over here.
It just happens over thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Again, a lot happened this episode. Including, I do like the detail that the undead men, the Barrow Wights, like you can't really do anything, even with elvish blades, against them.
Use their weapons.
In contrast to in Return of the King, when Aragorn has the sword of the king, the sword of, this reforged made from the shards of Narsil, and it does block. It can fight against a dead man, which is why he is able to command them to fight in that battle in that movie. Just a cool detail to show that, like, oh no, you actually have to have something super special to go against these guys, and that's why Aragorn is special.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because of the sword.
Yeah, which Elrond will have given him much later when he looks like Hugo Weaving. All right, so that's a lot to keep track of, but we're going to be jumping right back in the next episode. Make sure you're subscribed because it'll be popping up soon.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will also have a poll at the end of the next episode. That's why there's not one here for this one. So make sure, as Eric said, subscribe so you don't miss out on this next episode. We'll have it up as soon as we can, and then we should be all set for weekly from there. So subscribe so you don't miss out on each weekly episode. And we also have full length available for this and all the other of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power over at blindwave.com.